Hello again, you guys, welcome back. It is Comic Kid here again, and I know it has been a while since I last posted a video, but I could not resist giving you guys my thoughts on the all-new issue of Static #1 coming out tomorrow from DC Comics, at least at the time that I'll be posting this video. Now, in case it's not obvious already, this is going to be a spoiler-heavy review for tomorrow's issue, so if you don't want to know about it and you want to just kind of read it and see everything for yourself, then I would maybe come back to this video tomorrow. But to go ahead and just jump right in, I thought this was a pretty solid start to a series that we have not seen in a long time. The last time Static had a comic was during the New 52 era, and I think it was only like 1 or 2 books. And I know I read it all in single issues, but I mean, I honestly thought that was a more forgettable series for the character. But really what I know him from is the Static Shock cartoon, like I'm sure many of you probably know him from as well. I grew up with the cartoon, I've always loved the cartoon, and I've loved the character because of the cartoon, everything because of the cartoon. Now, I do feel like if you have only seen the animated series, then you might be a little thrown off by certain aspects to this approach to Virgil Hawkins in the new series. If you've read the Milestone Returns issue, then it does pick up right where Virgil leaves off from there. There are a few hokey things. Initially, the Milestone Returns issue kind of made it seem like he wasn't going to have a secret identity, but that's not the case in this issue. They do kind of spin it, and it's a bit of a flimsy excuse in my opinion, but they still give him away. It's like, okay, Virgil will retain his secret identity going forward. Only a few people know, and Hot Streak is one of the few people that will know, obviously. They also make some key changes to both Virgil's mother and father, at least from the series, and so certain people might be a little thrown off by that, but overall I definitely feel like the changes made don't at all hinder the character. His dad is still an incredibly positive role model in his life, and I think having his mom as a presence as well just really kind of pulls Virgil out of the typical superhero trauma, like loss of a loved one type thing. Now, they might get around to killing her off eventually, who knows? I wouldn't really care either way, as long as they do it in a good way, but I mean, it's still just the first issue, and it's got a lot to still kind of build towards in the upcoming few issues. So, now overall I thought the artwork was absolutely incredible. Virgil just feels very modern and still, you know, has that classic feel where it's just kind of a kid. And so yeah, like on top of the art, it is great to see some of the familiar supporting cast from the series as well. And so there is that as well. Now I do also like how the series uses modern elements to kind of reboot Virgil as well. The Big Bang and all the Bang Babies form because of a very relevant issue that I'm sure once you read it you'll pick up on. But I mean, given everything in the last year alone, I do feel as though that's an appropriate way to kind of reestablish Virgil Hawkins. And it just really makes sense in my opinion, and everything's just done in a very, very believable way. And so, despite the fact that, you know, it's still a comic and a lot of elements to it are unbelievable, seeing how he gets his powers given everything in the last year, it's like, yeah, I follow this. This makes sense. So that is about everything that I have for you guys today. It was a super short video, and I hope to get back to posting again soon, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I would probably give it a nice solid B+ as a first issue. I definitely think the series has a lot of potential to go from here, and I'm really hoping that they kind of stick the landing. One thing that I haven't mentioned already yet is that I do also really like how they're kind of breaking up the Milestone ones, or at the very least the Static ones, into seasons. I think that'll kind of give the series and the characters a bit more time to kind of like breathe, so to speak. You know, obviously these characters aren't necessarily the flagship for DC at the moment at least, and so, you know, kind of taking a pause or going on hiatus for a couple months or so at a time, I think is a good idea. And labeling things season 1 and 2, I think is appropriate for what they're trying to do. But that is it for today, you guys. Let me know what you think of Static number 1 down in the comments section below. As always, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys again real soon.